Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the start of a series of our Disney vacation trip. So I'm gonna break this into a series, and it's gonna be kind of a walkthrough of what we did and some footage that I shot. I did not vlog very well. I did do a little bit of vlogging, but especially the first couple of days it was just chaos from traveling to getting there, and then our first day in the park, which was Magic Kingdom. So for our stay, we stayed offsite at an Airbnb, so we didn't stay on Disney property this time. And also we had Genie Plus as well as Park Hopper. So just to kind of give you a little background of that, and without further ado, let's get into it. We started off and we traveled, we flew obviously. So our flight going was delayed, but it's okay. It ended up working out in our favor. We had a layover in Baltimore, and the Baltimore flight ended up getting an hour and a half delayed. So we were supposed to originally get into Orlando at midnight, or just a little bit after midnight, but we ended up not getting into Orlando until about, I think it was like 1 or 1:30. So then by the time that we got our luggage and we got our rental and everything, and we got to the Airbnb, it was like 2 a.m. Sophia got in bed at 2:30. We got in bed at 3. So we were very exhausted. So my recommendation right off the bat is going to be, if you have a flight like that at midnight, then I just suggest to schedule the first day to be a rest day, not a park day. And I'm so thankful that we did that. So what we did is we just kind of took that first day, we unpacked, we ended up going to Disney Springs that afternoon, evening for some dinner, and just kind of exploring Disney Springs, and it was so much fun. And then our second day, we ended up doing a full park day at Magic Kingdom. We had originally planned to park hop to Epcot, but by the time that we actually wanted to park hop to Epcot, the direct monorail from Magic Kingdom to Epcot was down, and we didn't really want to have to go to Epcot. I mean, go to the ticket transportation station and go to Epcot that way. Like there was obviously more ways that we could have gotten to Epcot, but we just wanted to take the easy route. And so because it didn't work out, we just ended up staying at Magic Kingdom, which worked because we were already planning to come back to Magic Kingdom anyways. We were just gonna go and grab some food at Epcot, but anyways, we ended up just kind of getting some snacks, and I got the spring rolls from the spring roll cart in Adventureland, and they were delicious. So ended up working out anyways, and we were able to ride more rides that we wanted to ride and things like that. Kind of just an overview of the day. I did not take a ton of footage this day, just because I was more like soaking it in. It had been so like 15 to 17 years since I had been, and Ben hadn't been since he was like 3 or 4, so he doesn't really remember it, and obviously it was Sophia's first time. So the first day I for sure did not take a ton of footage. I will obviously talk more also about Magic Kingdom in a future video, because I did end up taking more footage. So I'm just kind of trying to walk through in sync with our timeline of photos. This day we just started off doing kind of some of the ones that their Genie Plus doesn't really run out. So we started off with Pirates of the Caribbean, and then we did like Haunted Mansion, as well as It's a Small World, and then we did all the things in Tomorrowland. Tomorrowland was probably one of our favorite places because it had the cars, the Tomorrowland Speedway. Sophia loved it, as well as the People Mover. She was obsessed with the People Mover. We just kind of skipped over a lot of the major roller coasters. We didn't do any of the mountains. Obviously we could have, but Ben is not a huge roller coaster person, so I would have just been riding by myself. And the only one that I did end up riding was Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, but that was not on this specific day. It was on a different day. Towards the end of the day, we were all kind of exhausted. Just that lack of sleep was catching up to us. Even though we did sleep in and we went to bed early, it was still just, we were just exhausted from travel. And so we ended up getting a coffee when we were at the Tomorrowland Speedway. And I don't know if it was because I was tired or if it was because that was the best coffee ever, but the one at the Cheshire Cafe by the teacups, I got a Joffrey's cold brew with caramel, and I put 2 half and halves in it, and that was the best coffee ever. And I ended up, after I chugged that, we went on the Speedway, and then I got another one because it was just so good. And then towards the end of the day, we stayed and obviously watched the fireworks at the castle, and it was so beautiful. Like, I think, you know, obviously a lot of people don't like the new fireworks show because they like Happily Ever After better. At the same time, there's just something so magical about seeing fireworks over the castle, seeing the castle lit up, seeing all of the displays and everything like that on Main Street. It was so pretty. After that, we asked Sophia what she wanted to do, because at this point we didn't want to really leave the park with everybody, because obviously a lot of people leave after the castle, the fireworks display, and they had like extended hours to be like 10 or 11. I can't remember when the park closed, but she wanted to go and meet some of the princesses, and it was just the sweetest thing ever. It melted my heart. And then of course afterwards we went and we rode the carousel, because that was one of her favorite rides. I think she rode the carousel probably like 5 or 6 times. To SeaWorld, and we only chose SeaWorld because we had never really been to SeaWorld, and I just thought it would be like a good break of the week. And I think that it was fine for us to go and just have a slower paced day, but at the same time, do I think it was worth it? Not really. We didn't ride any of the roller coasters. We mostly went just to see the animals. And it was very cool, like the penguin exhibit, and they had like a splash pad area for kids, and I think that was fun. But again, Sophia was exhausted because she didn't take a nap the day prior. She stayed up the entire time, and she didn't take a nap this day either. She stayed up the entire time, and she was just spent, like she was over it. So by 4 o'clock, she was like melting down at the drop of a hat, and at that point, like, I knew it wasn't anything other than she was just exhausted. And thankfully the next day was just a rest day. We ended up going to the Wilderness Lodge and eating at the Whispering Canyon Cafe, and highly recommend those, because breakfast, that's what we got breakfast, and their breakfast, all you care to enjoy skillets, were so good. That night, after we went to the Whispering Canyon, we came back and we all rested, and we went to Disney Springs that night too. I don't really take like a ton of footage that night either.
Humanoid 2, track me, I'm a humanoid.
Alright. Hi guys, we are at Disney Springs. I am using my new gimbal thing, so we're just testing this out to see how it's gonna be, because I obviously haven't recorded in a couple days, but I'm trying to figure out how to work this thing so that I can actually use it in the parks. So anyways, we are hanging out. Gonna say hi? There, say hi. She is not sure what to think. that's for sure. But anyways, you're gonna go night-night. We just got done taking a nap. Alright, let us go get checked in. But what I do have, I will obviously conserve for you guys. So that kind of completes the first like little bit of our trip as far as like traveling, our first park day and things like that. So our next in the next video, you guys will see our Animal Kingdom day, and we park hopped to Hollywood Studios that evening. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you like and subscribe to this channel, and if you want to see more of these videos, make sure you turn on the notification bell, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.